Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons on episode 2 of Giant Palace Cleanup Situation Time Town Pants McGee, the movie, the film, the game, the film.
The toilet.
Ooh, that sure does look like a long slope. This should be fun. Mini phony, what is the crack, if indeed there is any?
Billy, it appears that one of the emblems of courage is located at the bottom of a steep slope.
I never would have guessed.
It's a path more dangerous than I think you've encountered so far, so be careful.
No promises. And why are there still crows here? And is there chip coins here? Can I be less poor? Here, but not here. So you know what I haven't talked about in a hot while? My dreams. And I have had plenty of them lately. I seem to go through phases of having, like, not very many, and then a load. And people seem to enjoy hearing about them, so sure, let's tarry a while in Dreamland. Brackets, I love you, I dream of you all night and day. That's a good song, by the way. Dreamland by Pet Shop Boys featuring Years and Years. Is it Years and Years? Is that the group, or is that the TV drama, or is that both? I think it's both. Okay, so the other night I had this dream where I had gone to, like, it wasn't a theme park. It was a rock lobster. No, but I went to the theme park, but like it was just the restaurant-y bit. And one of the restaurants was a Nando's. And I went into the Nando's and like I had like a membership card. I do have a loyalty card for there for really. And like for some reason on this loyalty card, it like had saved your favorite menu item of theirs, and mine was, as it is in the real world, the mango and lime chicken butterfly thing. And that's all well and good, but relatively recently, like just before the global situation happened, I'm looking for like whether there's like a light type friend or like basically an elemented friend that isn't Reki, and all I'm seeing is Reki. So these torches clearly aren't anything apart from scenery decoration. I hate it when film producers refer to extras as atmosphere, because that's really rude. Like, yeah, they're not important to the plot, but I mean, come on. They have names, you know, they have lives. But anyway, so in this dream, like, they scan the, they scan the card, and the woman on the checkout is like, oh, yeah, so we don't do mango and lime anymore, because they don't. They stopped doing it. They replaced it with, like, some sort of passion fruit flavor, and I've tried it, and, like, it tastes the same but less so, which is very disappointing. But, you know, it's whatever. It'll do. And I said as much to her. I'm like, oh, it's a shame they got rid of it, because that was my favourite flavour. And the girl in the till was like, oh my god, it was my favourite too. I thought I was the only one. And, like, this isn't some sort of allegory for soulmates. It's just, we agreed on how chicken should taste. And it was just a friend thing. So anyway, I have food, and then I go to, like, this... Like, it's bigger than a supermarket, but smaller than a hypermarket. So, like, her fellow Brits just imagine a Tesco Extra. Kind of like that, but kind of not. So, I go there, and for some reason, I work there, but I don't work there stacking shelves. I'm not a manager. I'm the designated stand-up comedian of the shop. Because that's a normal thing for a shop to have. And so I'm just wandering around the shop floor, literally just doing stand-up. And it's well received. I'm considered funny. I really can't add anything to that. That's what the dream foretold. Oh no, you have teeth. I'm still in kill all of the friends mode from the previous mission, but I probably don't have to. Oh, I see hoops. I see hoopla, to put it in terms that Lanky Kong would understand. Should I ever play Donkey Kong 64? I feel like it might be a streamable. Could you be less fluff? Because yes, I'm recording this straight after the previous episode, so I'm sort of still riding that particular pancake. Ooh, I could hatch this and then take a wind friend with me, or I could just go, because I spend too much time flamping around in these missions. Oh, we can go on top! Oh, ho, 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 ho. I'm reminded of that one time. Oh, hey, it's a little butterfly. I'll take that. There was, I saw on Tumblr, ooh, could I? Is there something to be gained from going on top of these pillars? Probably not, but we're only here once. We're not only here once, but still. Oh, didn't seem worth it anyway. And we're back here, after that thoroughbred waste of time. So, I forget what I was saying, but, oh yes. So, You know those capture things where they're like, prove you're a human, say these words. I'm like, why would I want to prove I'm human? Oh, there's this over here, that's not a roll down of the surface. I thought it would be. Give me the sauce. Okay, that was the time I should have been wasting. What? Okay, see you back up there, unless... Yeah, I had a feeling. And we're back up here again. So, I'd seen on Tumblr, someone had just posted, oh, and then replied to the post going, oh, and someone was like, hey, what? And they just replied showing a capture thing that they'd had to do, and the capture in question simply said, bastardly actions. Oh no! And we're back up here again. So yeah, that was a thing that I experienced in my life once, and surely you don't expect me to traverse the pillars. You don't expect me to burn the clothespin anemone, because how am I supposed to get all that way in a single bound? More like that, I'd imagine. I'm so worried that he's gonna do that thing where, like, you're doing the roll situation and he just forgets to stop but jump. He jumps but doesn't stop. Hey. Okay, so other dreams that I've had. I had 2 dreams on 2 consecutive nights where, well, you could say I had nights in 2 dreams. No, I'd rather have the chameleon egg, because I don't know if I think we had one of these back in Forest Village, but it might contain something different with an A. That's not how you spell it. Ooh! 2 in a row? Give. Thank you, Michael Gove, question mark? Okay, so, I had 2 dreams on 2 consecutive nights, and they were both sort of afterlife themed, and that's kind of unusual, but okay. And the thing is, the first one was sort of like I think my brain used the terminology from The Good Place, which, by the way, side thought, can we please have Series 3 of The Good Place on TV? Because Series 4 has been and gone and ended by now. E4, please give us that which we crave. Anyway, I'm invisible now, don't mind me. In this dream, there was just like a load of interconnected themed areas, and they were all themed after like periods of history and stuff. And there was one that was like, sort of like the inside of a game shop. I dream about game shops a lot, but this wasn't like my usual fare. And like, there was this whole display about amiibos and the Wii U. Billy, get onto the hoof. You know, the hoof, that's what you call these things now. Come on! Okay, we're up here this time, and I don't know why that counted differently. So yes, there were all these, like, areas, and, like, they didn't really make sense, like, geographically, so it had to be not real. And, or, well, not, like, life. And, like, you could go by these, like, old-fashioned trains to get between the areas, and, like, you just get on a train, and, like, you would never miss the train. Like, the train would always be just arriving just when you needed it to. And that's how you travel around. Like, literally, you just get on and then get off on the next stop, and that's where you want it to be. That's just how it works. So, I remember talking enthusiastically in Dutch to someone from Belgium who was around my age who had also apparently died. I don't remember specifically being dead, is the thing. It's just, that's just how the story was. That's just where I had gone. And, yeah, it was nice. It seemed like a generous afterlife. Is this the slide? Oh no. Corners make me make monkey noises. Okay, fine, sure, whatever.
Give me coin! I got the coin! I died, but I got the coin, and that's what counts!
Oh, did we make it on my first proper attempt? Because clearly I need that kind of validation. And also, did we get all of the coins? Because there was a few in... Oh, we did. Well, gobdangus. I did it. I thought that mission would be harder than it was. And yet, here we are. So, yeah, that was the first dream. I don't really have much more to add to that. There was a side plot involving Doctor Who and, like, opening the boot of a Citroen by, like, squiggling the logo on the back of the car, and that would just unlock it somehow. New record, nothing, because I died right near the end. That's probably how that mission's designed. Anyway, the dream I had the following night was, I want to say my father was there as well, and we'd gone to this, like, mansion, but, like, obviously haunted-looking mansion. Oh, this sounds like fun. Clearly, multiple Murder the Crows episodes in a row. The second episode in a row that we're doing a kill a bunch of crows mission. I see that chick coin there. Give to me. Yeah, just there's 100 of them. Sure.
Billy! Even though Dark Raven has fallen, the crows are still attacking Giant Palace! You must chase them out of here and save Giant Palace! Oh no, everything's sad forever.
And yeah, so there was a bunch of like cryptid monsters and stuff that also lived there, and like not in a scary way. It was just like we were all there, like we were all there for the same reason. And like the whole pair of dreams made me think, okay, so here's the happy after place, and here's the not so happy after place. I'm thinking, did I just, like, over the course of 2 days, did I just take a weekend break in the Bardo from Buddhism, which is purgatory, where, like, according to Buddhism, in case you haven't watched Cursed Mountain, the Bardo is like, you spend 1 week sort of traveling through experiencing, like, the kind, nice spirits who are like, hey, you're in purgatory. And then you spend the second week being tormented by the screaming spirits who just kind of give you a really hard time. And then at the end of it, if your soul realizes that the bad spirits were just the good spirits in disguise the whole time, then you get to ascend to Nirvana or something like that. Anyway, I remember there being a bar, just like a order drinks and such like, and that includes soft drinks, in this mansion. And like occasionally we would all go around in like this vehicle looking for new people to recruit into this house. It was a pleasant enough time. Like, it may have been hell, but it was fine. I suppose it's a good thing that I'm still in the defeat all the crows mood, because I hadn't banked on on Giant Palace having 2 such missions. And oh, I should really hatch the friend egg, but I've got this egg cooking now. And by cook, I of course mean feed it with food. You got anything? You don't. One day we will find the vampire bat. It'll conflict with my heart hat, and that will be I feel like my bullshit commentary used to be more entertaining than it is, because now it's just, like, I don't feel like I'm going through the motions, but you might feel like I am. Answers on the attached Google form, except there isn't one, I don't have to make one. I don't care what you think. I actually do care a lot. My name's Blurryface, and I care what you think. And it's another one of these. Gone are the days of being accompanied by Runny, apparently. I'm hungry. I keep forgetting to eat. Like, that sounds more worrying than intended, but like... So, I've gone through this phase of getting up a bit later in the day than I'd like, because still on furlough from work at this point. And then, like I wake up with no energy, and I spend about 5 years in bed because I just do not have the energy to move. And then by the time I get up, I have like a light sort of half breakfast, and then by the time I'm hungry enough for lunch, it's almost dinner time. So that's where I am right now, because it is 5:15. Hang on a fuck. Yeah, it's 5:15. I feel done dirty. Give me the rest of my day back, me. Yeah. But yeah, so that's where my life is at the moment. How are you lovely people doing? I ask because I genuinely care. Why are these here? These bat enemies are so annoying. Bye, Felicia. Just kind of jumped off the world. Find 32 puzzles under the surface of the world. Can you just land so that I can murder you? Like, at least the bees were easier to circumnavigate. With style and aplomb. And something more Offspring lyrics. Does anyone else remember the Offspring? Because it's got to that point now where people are starting to reminisce about them. I'm like, hey, I grew up with them too. And like, they weren't deliberately my, they weren't the sort of thing that you would associate with my growing up time situation. I just liked their music. I'm hardly, American white trash neighborhood rebelling against Christian authority or anything like that. I'm just a guy. I'm European, yo. Oh, I'm still being poured at. Look at all the coins that we have, and we still can't open this egg. That's offensive. It's like if you put a partition made of wood through a colander, it's offensive. Boom. Bomb diddly. And you can go and a journey as well. Go on, give me a nice tame. What are you doing? You're just charging around the Christmas tree like you're some kind of pocket. I should probably stop recording after this episode, because clearly I'm tapped out in the commentary department. And you know what? No, my throat is still sore from the last one. I'm not going to talk to another egg spirit thing. What even are they? That's such a strange design. I don't hate it. Oh, coin. Am I no longer too haha poor for this egg? Please? So mean. And the worst thing is you have no way of telling how much they want to charge you for, like, because each Sonic egg, I want to say the price varies with the species inside. Oh, I say species. It could be Tails, but I think, like, you have to have X number of coins, hit the microphone, X number of coins to unlock all Tails eggs, and then a different number for the other flavors. I don't know that if that's how it works. I don't know what the required numbers are. I don't know how many I have overall. I could go back and count. I don't particularly want to. I feel so mocked by this egg who's like, I could be here, but I'm not. Like, wow, you can find my house. Deliver an egg straight to my house. DoorDash that shit. Anyway, we're nearly there. We're going on a journey of overtime and space, as previously promised. Ooh, I nearly died. Everything was a little bit crispy, and then I did die. That's 7 on 4. Okay, oh, Billy okayed and then I okayed shortly thereafter. I don't know why that particular flenge is such a scramp, but it is. You just love it when your camera goes inside a tree so you can't actually see if you're suffering. You know, when your tongue swells up in front of your eye teeth so you can't see what you're saying. You know how it is. Hoon! You know, that number that we all petitioned to put in between 3 and 4, and it's called Hoon, and it's H-O-O-O-N, but it has to be spelled in capital letters, otherwise you've spelled it wrong. You know, Hoon. Are we there yet? I shouldn't complain. I do like Giant Palace. I like the aesthetic, and we are having we're living in the moonlight, loving in the moonlight, having a moon time. And I got another coin. Am I still too ha-ha poor? Ooh, Hoop. Hoop. The cousin of Hoon that didn't win the poll. Oidy-doidy-doo-doo. I didn't actually need to kill those. I was waiting for something reactionary to happen, and then it didn't. Rubbish. Accompany me. For no reason other than I just want to have a small egg for the upcoming slide, because one slide wasn't enough for this episode. Something about Soldier Boy. That is a curious song. Snave. That's the noise I make when there's a coin. Attempt number 2. Attempt number 3. Hooray, I succeeded this time. Could you tell by the way that I was building it up that I did not expect things to go particularly smoothly? Now, I'm going to bumble around here a little bit just to see if there's another coin, because I'm tired of being poor. I should just buy more money. I'm a flamingo on a skateboard. I am none of those things. I used to have a skateboard, but that's a sad story, and I don't particularly want to share it. I had a dream last night where, for some reason, my mother was driving, and she can't drive, and neither do I. Oh, good, it's this bong-shongery again. Huzzah. Anyway, we had driven to a place where I used to live in my childhood, and there was like a sign saying, hey, look, this is a nice street. You should go and park your car over here in this residential area instead, because then you can park twice. Or that was the gist of it anyway. And like, my mother stopped the car. Bear in mind, she can't drive. She's never been able to. And she finds this guy who's like, oh, hey, your name is Simon, is it? And like, from a distance, his security badge looked like it said Simon and then Simeon and then security. Is this just a back cut? Did I come all this way for nothing? Because I did see where the Emblem of Courage was. It's just I want to see if there's worth my while for this weighing. Oh, nearly bad. Nearly bad. Don't make me do all this again for the coin. Ugh. Anyway, so there was this guy, and his name looked like it might have been Simeon, but it wasn't. It was just Security Jones or something like that. And she was like, hey, can I park my car in one of these places? And he was like, and then sort of behind him, there was this youth, like Y-O-O-F, who was like trying to squeeze through the railings of the fence. And there were some other teens just kind of hanging around on the other side, and they were in a forbidden area, but they got off scot-free. But the guy who was trying to slip through the fence, Simeon Jones, the security man, was like, hey, and he turns away from mother and starts barking and scranching at this guy who's trying to go through the fence. And that's as much as I remember of that, which is splantificus timing, because you go away and I'm going to grab this. So yeah, that was a mission. So, in the next episode, we have Billy's next mission in Giant Palace, we have Rolly's mission in Giant Palace, and we have Chick squaring off with the minigame salesman one final time. Screw you too, game. My mother commented on how careless I am at playing this game compared to how fastidious I usually am at not dying. Well, shut up, this game's from 2003. But anyway, for the time being, I've been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and yeah, we need to save 8 chickens, play a game, and climb a hill and invent Romania. I will see you next time for those such shenanigans.